Welcome back, members. Let's break down the stock levels for Tuesday. We know Monday the stock market will be closed, so we are going to do some market prep here. Looking here at QQQ, we are testing highs of $630 per share. This has pulled back. We are starting to get a little bit of red, so we need to be cautious here as we zoom in on these levels. The QQQs is rejecting $628 per share, a level that you must keep in mind while you are trading this next week. We are currently trading in this zone. If you zoom out on the 6-month chart, it's very clear to see that the bottom is 600 and the top is around $628 per share. So let's watch, let's see, do we break above that following next week? When you zoom in on the SPY, SPY is above $688. It is above a critical resistance level. Looking at a 5-year chart, you can see that this is all-time highs. The SPY, all you had to do was buy the SPY and you would make consistent money every single day, year after year, which is nice. So looking here on the SPY, we got to get above 700. We're still trying to get that S&P 7000. We're very close to it. So keeping an eye, $688 should be bought. If it breaks below that, then you can start to be a little cautious. The market is very bullish. Same thing, SMH, the semiconductor ETF, at $400 that we called last week. It is now blasting up again. So looking for pullbacks, $390 would be interesting on that. Zooming in on IWM, this is the small cap ETF, Russell 2000 has pulled up all the way to 268. That is continuing to move forward. Let's go over some of the Mag 7. Not everything is at all-time highs. If you look at Microsoft, it has pulled back. Looking at this percentage pullback on Microsoft, double top at 553 has pulled back to about 17% pullback. For those of you that are part of the YouTube members or the WHOP, you will know exactly what I'm doing with Microsoft. So definitely become a member if you're interested in seeing that. We definitely have some more downside for Microsoft. It is trending in this middle channel. Let's see what it does at $450. Pullbacks to 382. Another pullback would be about a 15% pullback. So interesting perspective there. Looking at Meta. Meta is another stock that is not performing as well. It is trading very nicely along this trend channel, which is very visual. You can see right here, it bounced off of this $500 level right here, bounced off of 580, and now it is approaching again at $600 per share with earnings right around the corner. This is going to be interesting to see what we do here. It's either going to break or it's going to go to the downside, 10, 12% to 530, or it's going to shoot back up in 18, 15, 20% up into that $700 level. Google stock is at the stratosphere right now. That is definitely helping carry this overall market, pushing it up even higher. So definitely looking at that there. Very nice. AVGO stock finding its footing, getting back to $352. It is still trading in this channel right here around 336 up to 352. We are just watching this, waiting to see what is it going to do here. Netflix, we have a big earnings coming up in the after hours. It was starting to get a little shorts covering up to 88.6, but it still has to get above a few key levels. If you look at it on 5-year chart, Netflix has pulled back. The stock is pulled back at least 35%. Looking here, right here, 34.5% from all-time highs of 134. It has not had that V-shaped bounce where you get this and then you get that bounce coming up. Let's see what happens with earnings when you have support around $82 right around the corner that everybody can see on their charts. So let's see, what does it decide to do at this level? Netflix will be an interesting stock to watch Tuesday after earnings. Looking at UNH stock, basically $387, pulled all the way back 307. Now we are trading within this area, which is interesting. Is UNH going to hold this $330 level? If it doesn't, then you know that we're trading next down to this zone around $320 per share. It is something that I want to be aware of. I have added a little more UNH to the long-term portfolio. I know that there can be more downside, but when I look at this, a 2 to 3% downside to 320 is okay with me. When I look at the 5-year chart, I know there was a time that UNH traded at $600 per share. And pulling back here, that is a very interesting play to see. So keep an eye on UNH. If we can hold 330, we just got to eventually get above $350 per share. Then you could probably see a move back to 400. But for now, it is trading within that level. It is something that you just kind of need to keep an eye out for. Looking over to Chevron stock, Chevron has pulled back all the way to 155. We made a nice swing trade on this. We sold it up at these levels, this resistance level. If you see here on Chevron, it has pulled all the way to 166. It's got to break above 168. It's going to continue to go higher. Definitely a stock that is interesting to watch in my eyes. I want to go over BMNR stock. I know this is a very popular stock within the WHOP. Looking at these levels here, we have a continuous rejection point around $34. You can see it. It's very clear as day. Rejection and rejection. So let's see what it's going to do at these levels. We know the bottom is $24 on BMNR. It did hold, which is very nice. It held this $26 level, but we just got to be cautious, see what it does. Breaking down Ethereum. Ethereum is moving up. We called the bottom here. We've been dollar cost averaging in our Gemini portfolio. Make sure you grab that referral link if you want to start your Gemini account. But we've been buying Ethereum around 2,900. We're sitting watching. I'm still okay with buying it as long as it's below 3,400, because when I look at a one-year chart, we had highs of 5,000 and basically we pulled back. And if you look at this pullback and it does recover to even 4,500, I'm not going to be thinking about, oh, I bought it 2,900 versus 3,400. I'm going to be happy with that 35% pullback and getting those gains. If you're thinking about trying to get it in Fidelity, you could always buy the FETH version, the Fidelity Ethereum Fund. Just keep in mind you'll be paying that 0.25% expense ratio, but it's not too bad when you're not paying the fees every time you're buying the stock. Tesla stock is very interesting right now. It's dead in the water in my eyes. I'm still holding shares, but I have shares down at 200, and I just feel like we're trading in no man's land right now, and we need a catalyst to move this stock. You have a bottom 416. That's a big level on Tesla, but we got to wait and see. Is it going to hold, or is it going to start selling off? Nobody knows. Just give it time. We got earnings coming up anyway. That's going to move the stock. Let that be the decider. Oracle stock, we're still waiting for this thing to sell off. On the 5-year chart, $344 down to $191. It has pulled back significantly, which is excellent. But I want to see, are we going to retest this $177 per share? I think we are. When I look at this stock, I don't have much confidence. You know, they need a real catalyst. Their earnings has to blow out of the water. They got to prove they can make money with all this AI spending. And when it comes to Oracle stock, it is something I'm definitely watching here. But I want to see if we pull back to 176. We're still trading at the bottom of this channel. So let's see. Give it some time. I would love to see this go down to $125. That would be nice. BBAI stock. I know it's a popular stock for most people. It's PLTR's cousin. So when they're looking here, we have been trading up against on this trend channel, which is excellent. So it is holding BBAI. But like we said, it's got to hold $6 per share. And we need to get some positive momentum on these guys. Moving forward here, we have gold. Gold at $426 per share. Seems like it's starting to top out a little bit here, but we'll keep an eye on it. If it pushes higher and breaks out 426, we can continue to go higher on gold, which would be nice. Next, looking at silver. Silver is an interesting stock here. I shouldn't say stock. Silver is very interesting here. If it does break above $85 per share, just like gold, it has a chance to start moving higher. Looking at L3 Harris Technologies, this stock had a nice pump up to 388 and then it pulled back all the way to $346. Continue to watch that for higher highs. Also checking out Chipotle stock. Chipotle is trading at $40. We called this out a few months ago when it was trading at $30 per share. That was a nice 25% gain right on that. Another Ethereum XRP now. I think what you should check out. XRP is holding this $2 per share. If XRP can hold these levels, that would be nice. But let's see if we do break that. We're going to head down to probably $1.50. We're going to see if it gets a little momentum here. Solana finally making a recovery after its $105 in May of 2025. Pulled all the way back to $125 and now it's up to $143. So it definitely is making a nice little recovery, but it still has a lot more to go to get into those levels here. Alibaba right now trading looks very strong to me. What I like is you can see these massive bull flags that have formed. So it has bottomed at this $55 Alibaba. And then when you see pulled up here, 116.75, pulled up here to 140, pulled back to 108, pulled back up to 190. You see the pattern? It's going up here, and this is the move that we're looking for. We're going to see if we can continue going back up, moving higher highs to approach 200 by the end of 2026. That would be interesting to see with that. Next, I want to go over MU stock. MU stock is very interesting. MU stock is a semiconductor stock that does not know how to sell off. It just continuously goes to the moon. I was going to try to buy puts on this, and I said, you know what? I've learned too much. There's a blue sky setup. There's literally nothing holding it back. For MU stock, I'm just going to continue watching it. I have, obviously, ETFs that have semiconductors, but I don't own MU. So I'm definitely getting a little FOMO here watching this, but it's impossible to pick where this is going to start selling off, and it looks beautiful just continuously going up. So MU stock, congrats to you stockholders that have held it. The shareholders are reaping the rewards with that. Let's break down NVIDIA real quick. NVIDIA stock still trading in this momentum, so that's why I'm just waiting. We just have to wait and see. What is NVIDIA going to do? It's trading from $200 range all the way to this $170 range. So we just got to be cautious, wait. Right now, I don't believe there is any trade to make on it until it decides whether it wants to go up or down, and we just need to wait for a catalyst.